Recently, I was asked about how I set up my lighting in V-Ray. So I'm starting this project, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you my workflow. It's pretty simple and straightforward. So let's. So I have some cameras, and I use physical cameras in 3ds Max, and I use real world camera settings. So to get some depth of field, I use a pretty low aperture. That's probably too low, but let's start there. And then, so that's gonna be a very bright image. So I darken it up with the shutter speed. Let's start at 5,000, and exposure I usually keep at 100. And there is a script that I found that I use. That's a real time saver, and I'll post a link to that script. So the script is called Find and Bind for V-Ray. So I navigate to my HDRI. So where is it? Right there. And this is the one I want to use. So what this script is going to do is it's going to load the HDRI in the V-Ray Sky Dome. It's going to put it in the environment slot, and it's going to create a V-Ray sun that's going to align with the hottest part of that HDRI. So add the HDRI to the environment, show it in the background, find and bind. So this used to be a multiple step process, but the script saves those steps, which in turn saves time. So it's done. So let's go to a camera. Now you see it in the background. One thing I do have to do for this particular HDRI is I have to increase the power, in this case to 30. So the render multiplier to 30. And it's a very high resolution HDRI, so things get kind of slow. But here in V-Ray, let's render it out. And so the sun is linked to the sky. So when I rotate the gizmo there, again, it's going to be pretty slow. Everything rotates. There you go. You saw it. Rotate there. Let's turn everything back on. And one thing I do in all my images is I set up my light to have the most contrast possible. So here in the environment slot, there's the HDRI. I have to turn it off to rotate it so it's faster. I think that's a max 27 bug. So I'm going to rotate it. So I usually keep the light over the shoulder about 45 degrees, about like that. So that's the camera that we're looking through. That's the light over the shoulder. The sight's not done here, so it may be a bad example. Let's move that in. There we go. Oh, I think the camera 4. Grab that target. Let's move it. There you go. So there we go. That I didn't turn the environment back on, so that's why it's black. But you see how the light is cast on the face? You get nice shadows. Let's turn that environment back on so you see the sky. And then let's look at the camera again. I have the exposure on here, so that's a little bright there. Let's raise that to, let's say, 6,000. Still too bright. Let's go 7,000. Probably a little too bright. 8,000. There we go. Turn that back on. Now I can adjust the highlight burn. So that's basically it. That's how I create my lighting in my exterior scenes.